Hello, and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at the Flying Cup here, which just got released and which I am actually a pretty big fan of, as this cup gonna be able to get you some fast wins or fast losses. We have 14 matches in here, and for 14 matches I needed 27 minutes to do them, so yeah, basically 2 minutes per game, which is pretty sick, as this gonna allow you to get your battles done very fast, as long as you know what you're doing. And for me, I'm playing currently the best team that you can run, at least that is my opinion, as we're gonna have here the Molgar as a safe swap, the Shadow Zapdos in the back, and the Shadow Aerodactyl in the lead. I went 14-0 with this team, as you might have already seen the title, as this, I think I went 14-0 at least. Maybe I lost one, but I'm pretty sure, like we will see, but I think I went 14-0 with it, at least as far as I know. Maybe I lost one, we will see. But yeah, we are currently, for me currently, it's after midnight, as usually I already record this around 1 hour prior. What happened? First hour of the league change, Niantic forgot to change over to the Flying Cup. Then yeah, they forgot that they also could put in some XL Pokemon. So I couldn't use my Molgar because this is an XL Pokemon and they only set it to level 40. So I had to wait another half an hour, so I was even able to play the matches. And now we are here with our Molgar and our full team going to be able to wreck some opponents. Zapdos in the back is actually definitely the weakest Pokemon of this team. It's still very good, like it's not bad or anything like this, but the rest of the team is way better. If you have some better alternative and like instead of a Zapdos in the back, that's also fine. I know something like an Altaria would work, a lot of other things would work. But Zapdos definitely the worst Pokemon of this team. Well, still being fun, and like I just like ABB teams, to be honest. That's why I put it in mainly, but you can use everything else. So yeah, you kind of just want to have an answer for water types, and you need an answer also for Skarmory. So maybe, I don't know, maybe your own water type, a Mantine, a Gyarados, something like this. Like definitely something that can beat a Skarmory would be definitely something that I would recommend you. But Molgar is most likely the best Pokemon in this cup, as it's the bulkiest flying type around here that can also deal super effective damage to other flying types, as like there are not a lot of them. Look at this damage, by the way. Yeah, we have a very small health Aerodactyl, which just completely destroyed my entire opponent. Good game there. We have an Articuno against us in the lead, which we can of course counter down with our Smackdown. My opponent lags a little bit, which doesn't matter, he would have died anyway. And we see the opponent going to their own Aerodactyl. We can go for one Rock Slide, and we have our Molgar in the back, which should be able to do some nice damage here. We're not gonna swap out, we're just gonna get some damage on him, because now we should be able to farm down with Thunder Shocks, as this thing is very squishy. We have our move stored, we see a Talonflame coming in, we can go for some discharges, and we still have another electric type of course in the back as he shields here. We can go for a Thunderbolt and finish him off. I just love this team comp, because like there's nothing that can beat really out your backline anyway. Like there are 2 ground types of Gligar and Gliscor, which would be available for this cup, but I haven't seen them yet. I don't think we're gonna see them a lot, because they are also not the best in general. And this means that Molgar is very free. This means that the Zapdos is very free, and of course the Aerodactyl is always very free in the beginning. So all the Pokemon are completely neutral against everybody else, which makes it very difficult for the opponent to deal with, especially if they come into a scenario where you are in a good matchup, because there is basically no bad matchup for your team, other than maybe for the lead Aerodactyl against Skarmory with the Steel Wing here, and you have 2 answers for this in the back. And yeah, like there is not a lot that my opponent can do here. This was actually a game where I thought I lost, to be honest, here at this point, because they have perfect hard counter team for me, basically. But of course, as I said before, for this team there is no hard counter team. There's literally nothing that can really hard counter this team. So we see the Altaria letting this move go. We can get some Thunder Shock damage still on the Gyarados, which is nice. as we're gonna be able to just farm down here. Waterfall damage against him, like the waterfall damage is less than what I do with my rock throw, which means that I can easily farm down, and Aerodactyl just gonna take this win home. And like Aerodactyl is definitely the best Pokemon in this cup as well. Like Aerodactyl and the Emolga, both of them, they're insane. We see the Aerodactyl coming in here against our Emolga, and you know, of course, we're gonna be able to get some nice shields here, as we're gonna be able to get to 2 moves, which is all I really wanted. And if you get your Zapdos with a shield advantage, I don't think there's a single Pokemon in this meta that can beat it. Like I don't see a single Pokemon that beats a Zapdos with a shield advantage. I don't think there is one. Yeah, like there is nothing that the opponent can do anymore, as we're gonna be able to farm all the way down. Now we're gonna shield this move up, of course, as this Sky Attack would still hurt, and we see the Altaria coming in here. We can go for one Thunderbolt. I hope they let it go. Do they let it go? They are not going to let it go, as we're gonna go into our Aerodactyl, which should be able to farm down. What are we gonna do here? We're just gonna let this move go. It's resisted, but still does a lot of damage, as we can get him very low and get just barely to the next move, which is important. Here is this Rock Slide going to KO my opponent. They go into Skarmory, and we can just farm all the way down with our Zapdos, are winning us this game as well. And yeah, like you see also like on the bottom, like all the wins all the entire time. But yeah, we just gonna be able to go into our Emolga against this Mandibuzz. I think, was this dude that went for an Aerial Ace first? No, it was a foul play. Okay, there was like one dude that went for an Aerial Ace and had no idea why, because like, yeah. Yeah, this is the problem in general with this cup. There is nothing that really is good for flying types, which is funny for a flying type cup, but like flying type moves, there's not a lot that it really hits, like even for neutral, like for super effective. I don't think there's a single Pokemon. I mean Tropius, but no, who uses Tropius? But yeah, flying type moves are really bad here right now. It's mainly about like fast move damage with Aerodactyl and the electric types, as they are of course very good in a meta that's based around flying types. We see the Skarmory being locked here into our Zapdos. We can go for a Thunderbolt. I hope that my opponent let this go, as this would KO him easily, and my opponent is going to let this go. We see the Aerodactyl being farmed down by our Zapdos, and we still had our own Aerodactyl in the back, which wins us the game. Next up, we gonna have Mandibuzz against us in the lead. Of course, it's a pretty decent matchup, but actually, like, Mandibuzz is kind of bulky, so I'm just gonna try to catch a move onto my Emolga. There is still nothing that can really come into Emolga, because Emolga gonna just be able to spam those discharges. There's nothing that really resists all the moves of it, so yeah, we can go for one discharge here again, and we see my opponent being already in red health. And we're gonna be able to shield this move up, as they're gonna go for their own Sky Attack. We can go for the farm down here, completely farm my opponent down. We see the Mandibuzz coming in again. We can go for the discharge, getting the shield back there. They go for the charge move. I can take this, all fine for me. And what we're gonna do now is go into our Aerodactyl, trying to farm down a little bit. And they can actually get to another move, and I was like very scared here, to be honest, as they gonna be able to get to another move here. I thought they at least needed one more Snarl, but they didn't, which is kind of annoying, as we're gonna have to swap out now. But my opponent gonna have the Skarmory in the back with the Steel Wing again. We can go for the Thunderbolt, gonna get the last shield here, and we just need to get him into a range where the Aerodactyl can finish him off with a Rock Slide, and we're getting him closer and closer. They go for the Sky Attack. I try to go for the Thunderbolt. It works out, KOing this Skarmory, and we still have a move slot in the back, which should allow us to win this game pretty easily against this Mandibuzz with one Ancient Power. This is the thing, by the way, with the Aerodactyl. You kind of want to have Ancient Power on this as well as the Rock Slide, as Ancient Power gonna be able to give you sometimes the boost. Iron Head doesn't really make any sense at all in this cup. Same for the Earth Power that it also can learn. So definitely the Ancient Power gonna be the best bet for you. We see the Zapdos coming in here. We can just go for the discharge. Are they gonna shield us? They should shield it. They don't shield it, and they have a Skarmory in the back, which means that this is a good game. And yeah, we move on to the next one. Altaria in the lead. Like, I actually didn't speed up the battles too much, but they are so fast, it's insane. We're gonna be able to swap onto our Emolga, onto their charge move, which gonna be resisted, so we can take it pretty easily. We should put him already into range for one discharge here, which we are gonna go for. Like, I think they win this on 2 shield. They have to shield at least twice here. but we're gonna be able to shield this up as well. And if we get them shields down, remember what I said prior, if we have a 1-0 shield scenario for our Zapdos, there's not a lot of Pokemon that really wants to deal with us. I don't think there's even a single Pokemon that really wants to deal with us. So we're gonna be able to just let this move go. I'm just gonna take the shield on the Zapdos and see what it can do. 3 Pokemon against Zapdos, no, 2 Pokemon against Zapdos. Oh, hi Talonflame. Oh, bye Talonflame. 1 more Pokemon against a Zapdos. What it's gonna be? It's gonna be the... we'll see. Hello. Skarmory! And they forfeit. Zapdos with 1 shield advantage, it's basically broken. We see a Talonflame against us. They go into the Skarmory. Don't do what I did here. Don't go into your Zapdos. Please go into your Emolga. Emolga is way safer as you get to the discharge faster. I don't think this is the right play to go into Zapdos. It worked out here, of course, pretty well because we are still fine-ish. I think you also beat him here, but it's kind of more iffy. So, yeah. We're gonna be able to actually, I think, get 2 shields from my opponent. Do we? We do, and we can farm them down with our Aerodactyl, as they most likely gonna surrender now. Like, what do they want to do? There's nothing they can do. There's no Pokemon in the world that's gonna beat me now. They go into their own Aerodactyl. We're just gonna go for the Ancient Power, finishing off my opponent here right now, getting him, yeah, like basically getting the win there. We see the Articuno in the lead, which is fine for us. They swap out into their own Aerodactyl. If they swap into their own Aerodactyl, you just stay in. Mine always wins with 1 HP in a dream. I have no idea why. Like, my IV spread must be perfect for this meta, which is hilarious, but happened several times. But yeah, the thing is, in general, you will not see another video tomorrow from me, most likely. Like, you see 2 shorts maybe. But I'm just going to take tomorrow off, as we had 3 videos basically in the last 24 hours, which were all main videos. So I'm just going to take some time off to do some other stuff in general. Like, I have a lot of other things to do outside YouTube anyway. So I'm going to see you the day afterwards again. We see the Skarmory here right now. We saw the Skarmory right now. As a Thunderbolt, of course, just going to one-shot this thing easily. Oh, never mind. I was lying, it doesn't one-shot, and now it's scary, as this thing gonna do a lot of damage, but not enough, and we can go for the Drill Peck here, as this is gonna be able to KO him. I think we were debuffed by 1 stage, so it does make sense that it didn't KO, as my opponent gonna see, like, here the Aerodactyl against Aerodactyl mirror match. Again, are we gonna win this lead here, as I saw that my opponent was at the what's called Orange Health after like 3 moves, so it was definitely clear that my opponent would get KO'd instead of me because I wasn't there. But we see now the Emolga against Emolga matchup. Here they go for the Aerial Ace for whatever reason whatsoever. They should go for the discharge. Doesn't really make sense, but it is fine for me, as we're gonna go now for the shielding up this discharge. And we see the Mandibuzz coming in here with the Air Slash, which is the worst possible quick move that you could choose for the Mandibuzz. Please go for Snarl if you want to play Mandibuzz. It is like a viable Pokemon, it's very bulky, but please go for Snarl. As said prior, like, flying type moves don't have any play at all in this flying type meta, which is still funny to me. But we can now go for 1 Drill Peck against this Emolga, and we're gonna be able to get the last shield. You're gonna shield this up, and I want to see how much a Dual Peck does here, as we're gonna see some lag here. Like, you saw me trying to get to the Drill Peck several times, and I did 2 more quick moves, which nearly cost me the game, even though I was clicking on the charge move button the entire time. I don't know. Happens. We see the Aerodactyl in the final game, most likely here against the Aerodactyl again. This time around we die at the same time, which is fine for me, as my opponent reveals their Drifblim, and we can just go for some discharges here. Drifblim is also a cool Pokemon to use. Not the best in my opinion, as you have a lot of Pokemon, like basically the entire meta is super effective against it. So yeah, like it's not the craziest, but it's fine, as we're gonna be able to go for another discharge here against this thing, which should put him very, very low. We see, yeah, it actually KOs them, as we see their own Emolga in the back, and we should be able to win this game pretty easily. We go for the Drill Peck. We're gonna be able to get the last shield here, which I didn't expect that they would shield up. I just wanted to basically get some damage on him, to be honest. That's all I wanted. As they go for the Thunderbolt, KOing us here, and we can just go for 2 discharges, and we should be able to win this game now. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video, which is gonna be a little bit later then, because like now we had 3 videos back to back to back. And yeah, hope you have a great rest of your day, and bye as we KO the Smolder.